Hi everyone, welcome back to American Truck Simulator. Here we are in our beautifully liveried truck. Look at that, beautiful B-17 on the back. A big tribute to the B-17, Hawaiian beauty. Look at that. Love this truck design. Right, we're in our Kenworth. Let's just get the old stop off and we're going to go and pick up a load. Now, probably do some, hopefully, some trucking via the live stream soon. I've got some updates on that kind of side to tell you about. But yeah, we are finally going to check out Oregon. The DLC has landed. We've got some a new state to go and drive around. I've had it for over a week now, and I haven't even actually ventured up that far. So yeah, this is going to be our first time together, and my first time going to Oregon. So this should be quite good. I'm looking forward to this. Don't know what you're doing, Sunshine. At the moment, we're just going to pick up a World of Trucks delivery and trailer and just go and pick it up. We will, I think, if we get into do some live stream, maybe we'll do some trucking once a week. What you can do now is, obviously it's been out for a while now, with 1.32 I think it was, you can buy your own trucks, and of course you've always been able to do that, but you can also buy your own trailers. So you can buy the various trailers, flatbeds, curtain sides, you name it, you can buy it, and you can upgrade them with different things. You can put refrigeration units, that kind of thing, onto your. It's really dark. I mean, it's really dark. Yeah, do all sorts of upgrades to your trailers, so you can take different types of cargoes, and then you can obviously just go to depots and pick up cargoes, and you use your own trailer. My goodness, it's so dark. Why is it so dark? There's a big high side concrete barrier there, so I was going steadily around there. So yeah, we'll just have to put up with the darkness for the moment. Let's just bring up, there you go, some light. You can see these roads are greyed out. I've not driven on these before, and we're not even in Oregon yet. We're still in Sacramento, Portland, Sacramento. So yeah, we'll come and get this, and then if we can get some live streams going later. I know I've been saying that for a while now, but I'm not going to do any live streams probably until the end of October, and the reason being is something I'll get to in a minute. So if you haven't watched one of these before, yes, we'll be doing some trucking, sometimes Euro Truck, sometimes American Truck Simulator. It's American Truck Simulator this time around. Checking out the Oregon DLC, as I said. But I also do an update on how the channels are going, what's going on with me, and anything that may concern the channel, what's going to happen in the future, that kind of thing, usual stuff. So we're coming off here, and then we've this is. Hang on, wait a goddamn minute! Wait a goddamn minute! I started at that petrol station. I've just done a lap. I'm doing laps of the town, like teenage boys with the radio on, hoping girls will find me attractive. Anyway. Well, we've done a quick lap around the ring road for no apparent reason. But yeah, this is also my chance to give a little update on what's going on in the world of Taff. So, we'll just pick up the trailer first off. It's from Walbert. It's obviously Walmart, but I haven't got the mods in to change the names because, quite frankly, it doesn't really matter. It's the actual experience of driving it for me. I don't care if it's called Walbert or Walmart. We don't have any Walmarts in the UK, so the naming thing, and even with the Euro Truck, the names aren't right, but it doesn't really matter. I don't really look that detailed at it, Rather than like here in Euro Truck, you have Ica or something, isn't it? So it's similar, but not for copyright and legal reasons. So this is a terrible way to click onto that truck. Let's straighten that up. That was pretty poor. It's been a while since we've driven in America. As I say, first time in a long while for me. So yeah, slightly different size and shapes to these vehicles and trailers. Is that clunked in? I don't know. Yeah, it had. Wind the legs up. Lovely. Right, now we can start heading heading out. Let's try to bring up the map to show you where we're going. So we're starting here in Reading, going through Hornbrook, and we're going up to Metford. And that's just over the border in Oregon. And then, having looked at some live streams and stuff, wouldn't mind taking the coastal road here past Newport up to Astoria. We've got Salem, where they kill witches and stuff. Portland, is that where they have the Portland IndyCar race? Is that over there? I'm not sure. I'm just looking at names and trying to put two and two together. Ontario, okay. Nice. Yeah, so this is supposed to be all nice twisty roads and woodland, and obviously it's huge logging and stuff, lovely countryside, and it's supposed to be nice and green up there. So from what I've seen on some of the streams I've watched, it is. So I'm looking forward to doing that, because we've been doing, the problem with this is the states that they've released, like New Mexico and Arizona, they're all very deserty, which is really cool when you've been driving an Euro truck. It's a big difference. I think I just got snagged on the fence because that. Let's just go back a bit. Back of the trailer's snagging, so if we wait for this car to come by, and then we'll straighten it up a little bit. In your own time, sunshine. Bloody right, come right over here, then swing her out. There we go. I can see that's worked out lovely. Yeah, so it's all deserty, very dry, and yeah, very similar, very samey. So a bit of colour. I know we've got some trees here, and we've got scrub bushes and stuff, haven't we? So to get some real nice giant redwoods and proper forest land and lush green fields and stuff, be a nice change. So yeah, looking forward to that. And as we come up this ramp incredibly slowly, come on baby, ooh, big trucks there, we better not spin out. We can start our update. So where to start? Well, first of all, I'll give you my whereabouts and what fors first of all. So as I said, there may be a little bit of disruption. I think I'm going to stay in this lane actually. There will be a little bit of disruption going forward for the next week or two, because I am going away at the end of October. It's October half term here in the UK, and of course my girlfriend is a teacher, so that's the only time she gets time off is during the school holidays, so half term, and she gets a week off. Same with my little one. She's obviously at high school now, so she gets the week off as well. So I've booked it as annual leave from my work, and we are going away. We are going to Italy, which should be lovely. Yeah, I haven't been to Italy for a few years now. It's going to be 5 or 6 years. So that should be nice. So we're flying with EasyJet, living the high life. Heading out, and we're flying into Napoli. No, we're not. Into Naples. Naples. We're going into Naples, and we're staying in Naples for a bit, and then we're going up to Rome. So the reason we're going to Naples, obviously, to go and have a look at Pompeii, Vesuvius, and Herculaneum. Obviously, all have a history together. Herculaneum, Pompeii, obviously being the. Oh, this looks nasty. Ooh, big fire on that car. Ooh. Herculaneum and Pompeii obviously being the Roman towns that were covered in ash and mud and lava when Vesuvius erupted many years ago. So we're going to go and check that out, and then I want to go up and check out Vesuvius as well, because why not? Not often you can go up a active volcano. Hopefully it'll be safe. So we're checking that out for a few days, and then we'll be heading up north to Rome and doing the touristy thing around Rome, Trevi Fountain, everything. The roundabout. What's the fancy roundabout called? They got the. Is it the Parthenon or is it the Pantheon? One of them's in Greece. One of them in Rome. It's a church. It's a very old church, and obviously you've got the all the other fancy stuff as well. The Pope's home, the Vatican, and all that kind of jazz. So my mind's gone blank. What is the big fancy place? Gladiators fight each other. Oh my goodness! Come on, you can tell I'm tired. I've got a bit of a bad neck at the moment, so I'm not sleeping very well, which is obviously causing me to be cranky. But also, lack of sleep really does impact my memory. But yeah, so that should be good. Looking forward to that, and then obviously coming back on the Saturday, and then back to work on the Monday. So obviously I won't be able to record or do anything during that time. So yeah. I'm trying to get a few videos done in advance so I can schedule them. So hopefully you'll see no difference. Bloody hell! I'm going to chance a little bit more light because it's so dark, and we're quite heavy because we're trundling here at 44 miles an hour. Let's no, it's too much for it. Can we? No, hang on. I'm trying to change the gear ratio, but it's not having any of it. Okay, so we'll just have to stay here then. That must be Euro Truck. I've got that button set. There we go. Bit of downhill section. Hopefully, get a bit of speed. So yeah, that's me for the next couple of weeks. Obviously, building up to that, doing the various bits of things you do, preparation before you go away, making sure the pets are looked after. And all that jazz. Yes, talking of pets, obviously one of the big updates. I don't think I've said anything on an update video, as it were, but obviously via social media and other videos I have mentioned it. Sadly, we lost little Rocky, my little buddy for 15 years. Little black and white cat, if you're wondering who that is. He's been on many a video, many a live stream, not always intentional, but you can often hear it in the old videos. There are a few where you can hear his meows in the background and see him on a couple of live streams as well. Sadly, we lost him, and that was a bit gutting as well. But oh my goodness, did the vet take advantage with the bills? But they didn't take advantage. It just feels that some way, you know, you come away after 2 days with no animal, well, an animal wrapped in a towel, ready to bury, and you know, a £900 vet bill. You think, what the hell have I just happened to me? You know, you feel like you've been mugged, but you know, they're doing what they need to do. I'm just going to bring that mirror up, not that I can see anything because it's so bloody dark. Yeah, so that was a bit of a disruption. Bit depressed about that, but yeah, we got another cat. It was my girlfriend's cat, Jasper. So he's sort of playing top fiddle now. He's getting a lot more attention, so that's nice. Obviously he was always the underling, Rocky was the boss, and now he's all of a sudden he's the top cat, and yeah, he's loving it, I think. So that's a bit of sad news. Obviously we also had another addition to the family, the household, should I say, and that's Herman. He's a little Hermes tortoise. Or is it? No, it's a Herman tortoise. Yeah, we were very imaginative when it came to the name. We called him Herman. But they want me to pull in for a speed check, but I'm in the outside lane. That truck's pulling in. I think I might just take the fine. I'll take the fine because yeah, I ain't gonna make that. I can't stop it. I'm in the wrong lane, honestly, and I'm speeding. It'd be dangerous for me to pull in there, officer. So we'll just take the fine for that one. That's okay. But finally some street lights, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning. There we go. There's the fine. We are starting to see some light coming up. So that's what I was hoping. By the time we get there, it should be light, so you get to see it. And yeah, you can see woodland. Ooh, woodland. It's exciting, isn't it? Not something you see every day. So that's pretty much me, I think. Well, that's the foreseeable next couple of weeks. I've also gone for another job. I put an application for a more senior role in the company I work for, basically my boss's role. I'm not qualified for that role, so I'm not expecting anything, but sometimes if the opportunity's there, you just got to throw in a wild card, and you never know. As I say, I don't have all the full criteria, so I'm unlikely to be considered, but sometimes you just got to put your name up there and see what happens. And that's what I've done. So I may need to be zipping around the country doing meeting various people for that, and interviews and stuff like that. So if that's the case, that might be more disruption, but that is more likely to be after I come back, so early November now. As I say, I'm not expecting anything from it. Should I get it, then obviously that may affect YouTube, and it may affect how I have to do things for new job, new responsibilities, all that kind of jazz. But it's a bit of a long shot, and we'll cross that bridge should it ever happen, which I doubt it will, but you never know. So yeah, that's just something to be also aware of. I think that's everything. What have I got? Yeah, I've got the chimney sweep coming. It's like Mary Poppins, isn't it? A chimney sweep. Yep, had to get a chimney sweep for the insurance reasons. If we want to have a fire, we've got to have our chimney swept twice a year. It's because we live in a thatched property, so it's part of the insurance requirements, which is all cool and groovy. Got him coming today, and hopefully that should all be sorted, and I get my certificate, and then we can have a fire, which is it's fine. It's actually warmed up a lot in the UK this week. It's lovely and toasty. It's about 25 degrees today, which is it's lovely, absolutely glorious. But yeah, it may not be so good going forward. Come the winter, might be a harsh one. So that's what. Oh, we're in America. We can go. Can we go on? No, we can't. Okay. I thought we might be able to go right. Apparently not. That's a no. That's a no. Affirmative. So yeah. So that's me. I think that's pretty much all what's going on now. I think. Watching that. Oh no! I've got something else to tell you. So we may have a little bit of good news coming early part of next year. And I'll tell you what that is. In about... when is it? February, March time. I may be having a slight change to our circumstances. Right, let's go for a nice easy one to begin with. And then we'll get a nice load up into the sticks. So... as you know, I've got terrible internet here in the middle of nowhere, in obviously the UK, but I'm in the countryside here. I've got 17 meg down and 1 meg up, which makes live streaming impossible, and YouTube absolute a pain in the backside. It takes forever to upload a video, even with it's compressed and all that kind of jazz. So yes, what I have got is a 4G dongle, which it's okay. It's a bit hit and miss. It's not the solution I hoped it would be. I have done a couple of live streams previously on that, hunting back with a kick, and I might try and do some more on it, but it wasn't the most stable and rock solid. Okay, they're happy with that. I'm happy with that. Everyone's happy with that. It wasn't the best connection in the world, and there were a few issues with it, but we may try and use it. We only got 50 gig a month with that, unfortunately, and that costs about 30 odd quid, I think it is. So it's not the best solution in the world, but it is a solution. Now, let's see what we can get, shall we? We want to stay in Oregon. So look for the ORs. Of course, there's going to be no ORs now, isn't there? Oh, there's one there. Where was that to? Ooh, that was to Lakeview. That's there. No, we don't want to go to Lakeview. We want to go up to Newport. Anything from Newport? Here we go. That is bang on what we need. Some lumber. Perfect. Yes. It's not the road I wanted to go on, but we get to Newport and we can check it out. So, anyway. Okay, so let's go and pick up this load. Now, the dongle, obviously, I've got a contract on that, and that runs out in end of February. So end of February, I'll cancel that because it's not really worth the money I'm paying. And there's no way to get better internet than I'm currently getting. via the fibre to the cabinet and the copper line solution, which is the standard broadband in the UK, and I'm sure it's probably standard in many other countries as well. What has changed though this week, and this is something I'm quite excited about, is that at the edge of my property runs some cables, and those cables happen to be fibre optic cables. Now previously I've been able to have fibre to the premises on demand, which means I have to pay an absolute fortune to have a survey done and then to connect the from the distribution point a fibre optic cable into my house and then obviously into a router, and then you got fibre all the way, proper true fibre that is. However, this week that is now gone from on demand to a standard service. Gasp, I hear you, sir. Yes, gasp indeed. That means little old me in the sticks and absolute middle of nowhere could potentially get 300 meg down and 100 meg up. No, let me get that right. 300 down. No, that's not right. Hang on. So I've been looking at so many different packages. I think it's not, everyone would be expecting full gig internet. It's not full gig internet. Don't get too excited. But it's 220 up, and I think it's 500 down. I think that's the maximum I can get. Obviously, there's no way in God's earth I'd need that. So I'd like something like, I think the cheap package I've been looking at is 80 down and 10 up, and that's like £39 a month. And I'm thinking, that's not bad for true fibre. There is a £50 installation fee and all that kind of jazz, but 40 quid a month. Ooh, I could go with a bit of that. And then, not only will I get decent internet speeds, we can actually do proper streaming. I mean, oh my goodness, if I can get 10 meg up, I know some people will have a lot more than that, but notice there's no actual stop lines. But that will be an absolute transformation from my 1 meg up, and that will be all I need to get some decent live streaming going. You don't want to stream more than 5-6 meg at max. And you don't really want to do that on stream if you're not a partner, especially on Twitch, because obviously people may not be able to have the transcoding to select a different resolution. But I could potentially stream in 1080, 60 frames a second. Oh my goodness, it would be joyous. And that's something I'm definitely looking for in the future. So that's something I'll probably be doing in the new year. So that's going to be quite exciting. I was looking to see if I could upgrade my current broadband, or my current internet deal, but unfortunately no. And I only signed that in June, so I've still got another 12 months to run on that, because they're like 18-month contracts, unfortunately. But it's only costing me £15 a month, so it's not terrible, because I've got certain discounts and stuff as well, because it's through my work as well. So there's pros and cons to all of this, as always. So there's some light on the horizon that we can have some decent internet and then proper live streaming. That in mind, the dongle, I might as well try and burn up some of that data. And so when I come back from Italy, we might be doing some live streams. As I said, we'll probably be doing some trucking, do some busing, that kind of thing, because I still enjoy this. These are the best kind of games for chill streaming. I know people probably want some other games like submarine games or something like that when I'm streaming. We can do that, but sometimes you want to just go on the live stream after a day at work and just chill with people, do a bit of multiplayer or something like that, and just relax and have fun. And then sometimes if you've got to think too hard, it's not always the most relaxing thing in the world. Anyway, so that's my exciting news. Oh, we got a double trailer. I didn't realise that. Right, let's get this double trailer of lumber up to Newport. Oh, I don't have to go too wide because these should swing out nicely, shouldn't they? Yes. Right, so we are in Oregon. Let's start looking out for the Oregon sexy scenery, because that's what we are doing. Right. So, having never been to Oregon, whoopsie daisy. Hang on, have we got triple trailers or have we got double? Oh, we've got double. Sorry. It looked like we had triple for them. It's just the way the wood was stacked. So I've never been to Oregon, so I don't actually know what it looks like. But I'm sure there's 1 or 2 people from Oregon or have been to Oregon watching this, and they'll be able to tell us if this is a fair reflection of what it looks like. Actually, I used to go to school with a guy from Oregon. It's always funny. He always used to introduce himself, first name, middle name, and or first name, last name. Sorry, and he always used to say from Oregon. From Oregon. Terrible accent. Sorry. Yeah, I always remember that, and that was high school, so that was a fair few years ago. But that wasn't too uncommon where I grew up, because obviously it's in East Anglia. Got a lot of American service personnel and families there because of the air bases, Mildenhall and Lakenheath in the area, and obviously part of the community, that kind of thing. So yeah, that's not as strange as you might think, living in the middle of nowhere in the UK. There is actually quite a few Americans. You know, it's not uncommon to go into the village and hear an American accent in the butchers, that kind of thing, because there's just so many service personnel who serve in this region, fall in love with it, you know, meet a woman, that kind of thing, start a family, or just want to stay here, and then they do, and it's quite common. Oh, I'm looking for the lines and there aren't any. Oh, we're going back, hang on. No, there's the handbrake. I'll hold it there. So yeah. Oregon, finally. Been sitting here for a week waiting to play this. And we'll get this done. Okay, gonna have a nice long video today because, you know, it's been a while, and sometimes it's nice just to sit, chill and chat, and either the lights just were not. My lights are still on, it was just the time of day lights altered, and it made me think something failed on the car or the truck. So that's good and groovy. Right, so that is all I've got to say, I think. Is that all I've got to say? All I can think of that I need to say at the moment. So that's all good and groovy. The good news is, I say good news, Christmas, I'm not going anywhere for Christmas, so I might be able to do some of those live streams I'm talking about, you know, running up to Christmas, as I don't have to go anywhere. Obviously I'm going to have to go up and see my parents. They're only an hour away, so it's not too bad. You can do that in a day, no problems at all. And we've got my girlfriend's family coming, so her sister's family, obviously her sister's husband and their 2 children are coming to stay with us for Christmas. I think her parents are also coming over Christmas Day as well, so yeah, that should be fun. That does mean, of course, I got to get some videos recorded in advance for Christmas, because no doubt after Christmas they'll be staying for a week or 2, and then we'll be doing other activities. I do have 2 weeks booked off over Christmas. Woohoo! If you remember, I worked last Christmas, which was pretty sucky. But yeah, this year I've got time off, which will be quite exciting. Looking forward to that. Spending more time with the family, getting into a nice Christmassy feeling, and doing all Christmassy things, which will be good. Lots of eating, lots of drinking. Already looking forward to it. It's only October, but I'm already planning for it. We have to these days. Everything's so bloody expensive. And Christmas stuff is already in the shops. So yes, that's something to look forward to as well. All happening now. But now, let's finally... What's it, half an hour in, and I haven't even talked about YouTube. Yes, YouTube is it's going okay. It's going great. We're getting some obviously positive results. We've just clicked over 15,000 subs, so thank you ever so much. I'm gonna have to think of something to do, like a special video for 15,000 subs. I can't quite think what I'm going to do yet, but maybe I can go into one of the games I play and fiddle around and do a mission or something, and I edit it and do it. Yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm going to do, but obviously to celebrate 15,000 subs, I've got to do something. So I'll have to think about that. So expect to see that in the next week or 2. Hopefully I'll get that out before I go to Italy, because that would be good. What? Something that's just occurred to me. I could do a flight sim video. I know people have been asking for some flight sim videos, and I could obviously do a flight from the UK to Italy, seeing as I'm going to Italy. I don't have Naples scenery, but I do have Rome, so I could do Stansted to Rome. I will be going to Rome as well, so yeah. So maybe I'll do that. Sorry, that's just occurred to me. Look forward to that as well. But yeah, if we start on, as we usually do, Mondays. Now, Mondays are always the sim videos, so this is what you normally expect to see on a Monday. You know, American Truck Simulator, you know, fishing, Barents Sea, that kind of type of video. But it's kind of slipped to a Friday all of a sudden. I don't know why. I've just got it all kind of mixed up in the rush when I was moving home and everything. So Mondays now currently is Victory at Sea Pacific, strategy game, obviously. Building fleets and trying to conquer islands in the Pacific during the World War II, obviously for the American forces. Now that game does have two other campaigns, the Japanese campaign and also, of course, the Commonwealth campaign, where you can play as the UK and her Commonwealth allies like Australia and New Zealand and all that. So there is potential for more scope and more gameplay on that, although it's taken me forever. You know, I'm not one of those people who rush through games like that. I like to sit and plot out every battle, and I like to watch every battle. And I know some people get frustrated and go, "Why aren't you doing this? You should be, as soon as you fire that salvo and fire the torpedoes, you should be evasive actions, not watching the other ship." And I think, well, A, I've got to record a video which is kind of entertaining and it's got some nice graphical touches on it, and B, I want to see the torpedoes strike as much as anybody else. So if that means some of my ships get an extra pounding, it's just the way it's going to have to be, so we can get a nice visual example of the battle, which should be nice. Wow, that river is really nice, isn't it? Look at this countryside, hills, trees, rivers. It's perfect. Perfect. So Victory at Sea has been very popular, and it's been... Here we go, we better stop for this one. I'm really enjoying it, actually. I haven't played this style of game for a long old time, and I'm really enjoying it. Obviously, there will come a time when I start losing it, and losing the battle, and it may get a bit frustrating. But no, I'm really enjoying it, and that's really convinced me that I need to start looking back at some of the old games I really used to enjoy, and I hope you will enjoy watching me play them as well. Things like the Total War games. I love the Total War games. I just realised I got a green, didn't I? Oopsie. Well, I was just... See, I'm not paying attention. But there we go. We just stopped for the one we missed earlier. Okay, we're back on the road. Pay attention, Taff. I did say I was tired, didn't I? I've already got that excuse in there, which is good. Yeah, so Victory at Sea Pacific, we'll continue with that. I'm enjoying that, you're enjoying that. And we may look at future for some things like Total War games and more strategy style games, see if we can get into those, because I think many people enjoy them, and I want to get back into that kind of thing. And hopefully there will be mistakes made and it'll be frustrating for people, but you know, that's the whole point, isn't it? No one has a perfect run on these campaigns. The whole thing is make mistakes, learn from them, try not to make them again. And that's how you improve. So that should be good. And then on Wednesdays we tend to have our flight combat simulator. It's been Rise of Flight, but obviously the Bristol career came to a sticky end a few weeks ago, and since then I've been playing a little bit of Isle 2 Stormovik, Battle of Stalingrad, Battle of Kuban, with the P40, and I did a couple of A20 videos as well. Obviously more P40 videos coming. They're just easier to do because it's a bit more varied. We've got escort missions and that kind of thing, rather than just bombing all the time. But we can certainly have a look at some other things. And don't worry, yes, Rise of Flight will be coming back. We'll be doing plenty more of Rise of Flight, so don't fear. Right, should we go a bit of outside view so we can have a look? Oh, look at this. I'll stop controlling the mouse and we'll do a bit of driving so you can have a proper look around. Gorgeous. Don't normally drive like this, but I thought because we're looking at the scenery, it might be a bit interesting for you. Sorry, bud, I would let you out, but I haven't got the other mirror up, so I can't see if anything's coming in that lane. Okay, right, so, yep, that's all going good on Wednesdays as well. There may be something else I might try and sneak into a Wednesday rotation. But a lot of calls to look at some DCS. Now, DCS is something that I really need to invest a little bit more time into to get any good at all. I might do some DCS streams, i.e. me practicing, although I'm sure I'll get a lot of DCS viewers coming onto there and saying, "Oh my god, you're awful, give up, go and kill yourself," that kind of thing, because, you know, people on the internet tend to be very nice. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Speeding violation. Okay. Sorry, officer, I was speeding, was I? Right. I'll sit along next to this guy and block the road up. How's that, officer? Oh, I can't. He's gone. He's gone. I was trying. Oh wow! Look at that. Let me get a decent. Oh, there's a car in that lane now. When he gets out of the way, right, let me get into this lane. I'm going to try and get a nice camera angle so I can I can see where I'm going, but B, you can have a look at the scenery as well. Ooh, nice river down there. So it's all good and groovy, yeah. So will the camera freak out as we go past this? A little bit, not too bad. So yeah, DCS, I might do a couple of videos on that. I've played a couple of hours with that today, learning how to do the manual start of the Mirage 2000C Delta Wing fighter interceptor aircraft. Quite interesting. Yeah. I've shot a couple of things down, but I'm getting shot down more often than I'm shooting anything down. So yeah, maybe a little bit more practice there. But I do also have some of the World War II stuff for DCS. So I have the Normandy map. I have the asset pack for World War II. I have the Spitfire. I have the 109. I have the Mustang. And I think I have the 190 Dora as well. So there's potential I could set up some missions and do some things with that as well. So I may have a look at that. You know, the Spitfire and the Mustang might not be too excuse me, too alien for me compared to the fight, the jets and all that kind of jazz. So yeah, we'll see how and play that one by ear a little bit. But we'll keep with IL-2 and Rise of Flight for the moment, and maybe sneak the odd DCS in there, as I said. Did some DCS back in the day, the old Frogfoot T25, isn't it? That was fun. Good old days. And then we can bring us on to Fridays. Fridays tend to be, as I said, they used to be the anything day, but they tend to now be the odd sim video and that kind of thing. So Friday, obviously, you're going to have American Truck Simulator this time. Next week, I'm not so sure. Could be anything. And then when I come back from holiday, I think we're going to start off with Hidden and Dangerous, the Sabre Squadron missions. And we'll see if we can get that series completed, because that was good fun. And I'm sure people will want to see a little bit more Hidden and Dangerous, because that's great fun. Okay, I think I'm going a little bit quick there. Got a bit of a wiggle on, but we're okay. They continue to go around. Oh my god, he's got a muscle car and he's going slow. Interesting. Right, nice. Right, Newport this way. Oh, red light. Yeah, look at that. Looks wonderful, doesn't it? The scenery itself, yeah, it's nice. Lots of big open... Is that an airfield there? It looks like an airfield with the control tower and hangars and big storage areas. In fact, is that an aircraft on the taxiway? Yes, they're aircraft, yeah. Okay. Nice. Oh yeah, big runways. Look, how did I not spot that? I'm sure those white markings weren't there a second ago. I swear. So yeah, Hidden and Dangerous 2 Sabre Squadron will be coming after, what's sort of November-y time. Airport Road. Okay, there we go. If only I'd seen that before. And there are a couple of other videos I've got in my back of my mind which I want to do, but I haven't got around to doing them. Maybe DCS will maybe pop onto a Friday style as well. Who knows? Who knows? Get a few more maybe fishing videos. I know there's a DLC for fishing Barents Sea, so we might have a look at that. It's kind of the lower end stuff, fishing with the line and that kind of thing. So we might have to ditch the trawlers, and we may lose some crew members doing that. But we'll have to see. I'll take that for a little bit of research before I want to see what I want to do there. But that's an option as well. And then obviously Saturday we have Silent Hunter 5 going strong. Currently doing Operation Drumbeat off the American coast, heading south towards the Gulf of Mexico. Try and hit some of the oil tankers. That's going to go great. Obviously we've got loads of campaigns in Silent Hunter 5 to do. We'll continue to do them. Even if we die, we'll go on to the next one and we'll have a look. So we've got plenty of... I think Silent Hunter 5 is just going to be one of those videos that gets churned out every week. I'm still loving it. I still love it. I'm slowly getting better at it. Still, there's some improvements I can make. I'm just revving the guts out of Gear 13, I've noticed. But yeah, let's have a look, stop and have a look at the scenery, and that's pretty much the update for the channel from the video side. That's gonna, so same as is currently going on is basically what I'm trying to say. So yeah, hold tight for that, and I hope you enjoy them. Ooh, big electrical thingy substation thing there. Look at this, proper trees, woodland, green, nice. Oh, what's this? Oh, lumber, free lumber. That, if that was the UK, that wouldn't last 2 or 3 days. People would be taking that. You'll see these tiny little cars with big old logs strapped to the roof. Lumber is so expensive in the UK. Well, relatively speaking. Oh, look, there's like a mine. Just try not to cross the lanes, Taff. Oh wow, look at that depot down there. That's massive. Just stay on my side. Stay on my side. Honestly. You may notice I've got a bit of a tickle in my throat. Just come on, I've been talking for too long now. See, I'm out of the habit of talking. So when I come to live streaming, I'll have lots of drinks just to keep the voice going. It's very easy to... one of the things you don't always consider is that if you're talking for, an hour, it can cause all sorts of problems with your voice. You get tickly coughs, dry throat, that kind of thing. So yeah, you have to actually work your throat like you would a muscle to get used to doing long format videos and streaming and that kind of thing. So those people who stream all day, my goodness, think of their poor throats. Maybe they don't have the problems and it just comes naturally to them, but me, no, I have a few problems. Right, so what we need to do is find a location here in Newport and set up a base so we can buy a trailer or two, get some more trucks going, and then we can start moving cargo rather than getting the whole trailer. The trailer stuff is cool and I do like it, and I should have thought about that and brought you some of that, but some people like it for 5 minutes and then get bored and want to go back to doing what they were doing, which is fine. And some people want to pick up the standard loads, which is fine, but I like the option. It's there if you want it, so people can play it however they want to play it. We got green light. Got the old Greyhound bus then. Nice. Definitely feels like they've taken their time on this. And little diner there or something. Yeah, it definitely feels like they've taken their time doing these DLCs. The scenery does seem to be getting a lot better. Obviously, you drive on some of the old Euro Truck original, like any of the British roads without any mods, and you think, oh blimey, they've come a long way since those days. Obviously, the popularity of the game and the money it's generated, and obviously they've invested back into it, also helps. But yeah, the sceneries and the experience and the graphics are a hell of an upgrade from the original. Heck, they didn't even have the original truck logos and names in the original game. I think they had MAN and maybe Iveco, but things like Mercedes was a Mercury, I think it was. You had the Valiant, which was the Volvo, and there were some other made-up names as well. So that's all good. Okay, here's our destination. Looks like a construction site. Maybe these lumbers are going to go in the roof of that building. Maybe not. All we know is we've got them here. Right. Any easy unloading available, so we'll take it. And there's a bit of lumber in the road there, but we'll just drive over that. That's fine. Crunch. We've got some new stuff, so you don't have to worry about that old stuff. It's been out. Bit of rain on it. Maybe it's treated, maybe it's not. Who knows? Right. Nice screech of the brakes there. And unload. Right, so job completed. Excelente. 297 miles done. Blah, 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 blah. We've just leveled up. What should we get? Long distance, fragile cargo, just in time, fuel economy. Let's see that. No, let's get just in time. I don't really care. I just pick them as we go. So yes, we've started our first foray into Oregon. There we are. Nice, nice, nice. So many places to do. I think we'll go up to Astoria next time, maybe. Or maybe over, yeah, and then come through Portland, down to Salem, through Eugene. And then we missed Coos Bay? I don't know. Bend. What an odd place. Bend. Burns. What were these people on when they started naming these towns? I mean, seriously. Honestly. Pendleton. That's obviously where you got the triplets, where you have to go in Dishonored to kill the Pendletons. Obviously set there, the Golden Cat House, all that kind of jazz. Right, we'll leave it there. That has been Oregon, my first experience of it. And I have to say, yes, it's looking pretty good. I want to go up here into the wilderness, as it were, and have a proper look at the big giant redwoods and all that kind of jazz. But yeah, check out this coastal road, because that road looks amazing as well. Look at that. Look at those hairpins and those tight corners. That looks like hell of a fun exploring that, doesn't it? We've got some main highways going down there to Ontario. Doesn't look as exciting, but still, lots of things to check out. What's this? I don't know what they are. Obviously, they're pickup locations, but maybe that's in a wood. Who knows? We'll have to check that one out going forward. I'm rambling. I'll leave it there. Thanks ever so much for watching. This has been American Truck Simulator and the Oregon DLC, plus a lot of my rambling in the meantime. So I hope I haven't bored you too much. If you've made it this far, you've been amazing. Secret message. Oh, we should really put this in the middle of the video, shouldn't we? Because I always forget, and people say don't put it towards the end, because people fast forward to the end to listen to the secret code word. Secret code word can be chimney sweep. Yeah, get chimney sweep in there. Be an interesting comment if you can get chimney sweep in there. I'll look forward to that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.